The Ides of March. Who really killed Caesar? March 15th, 44 BC, the Ides of March. Julius Caesar, the most powerful man in Rome, enters the Senate, unaware that, within moments, he will be stabbed 23 times by those he trusted most. Can you imagine? You're at the pinnacle of power, the world seemingly at your feet, surrounded by men you believe are your allies, your friends, and they're about to cut you down. But why? Who was the real traitor? Was it Brutus, the man whose loyalty Caesar seemed to believe in implicitly? Was it Cassius, driven by ambition and perhaps jealousy? Or were there darker forces at play, forces that used the conspirators as pawns in a much larger game? This wasn't just a murder, it was a coup, a desperate gamble to change the course of Roman history. The Republic, already creaking under the weight of Caesar's ambition, seemed poised to splinter completely. But was violence the answer? And did these self-proclaimed saviors of Rome truly understand the forces they were about to unleash? Let's uncover the shocking truth. Share and subscribe for more historical mysteries and conspiracies. Now let's dive into one of history's most infamous betrayals. Julius Caesar was assassinated on March 15th, 44 BC, the infamous Ides of March. He was killed inside the theatre of Pompey, not the Senate House, as many believe. The assassination was a planned conspiracy involving over 60 senators. Chapter 4, the masterminds. Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus were the masterminds of the plot. Chapter 5, Brutus and Caesar, the truth. Despite popular belief, Brutus was not Caesar's biological son, though some rumors suggest otherwise. Chapter 6, Dictator for life. Caesar had just declared himself dictator for life, alarming the Senate. Chapter 7. Many feared he would abolish the Republic and establish a monarchy. Chapter 8. Some senators wanted to restore the power of the Roman Senate. Chapter 9. Others were personally jealous of Caesar's power and popularity. Caesar's recent military successes made him too powerful for some elites to control. Brutus was one of Caesar's closest allies before the assassination. Caesar had pardoned Brutus after he had previously fought against him. Some believe Brutus was pressured into the conspiracy by Cassius. Brutus hesitated multiple times before finally agreeing to the plot. The famous quote, "Et tu, Brute," means, "You too, Brutus?" a sign of Caesar's deep betrayal. Over 60 senators took part in the plot. Cassius was the true driving force behind the conspiracy. Decimus Brutus, a lesser-known Brutus, was actually closer to Caesar than Marcus Brutus. The conspirators feared Caesar's increasing power and influence over Rome. Even some of Caesar's allies suspected something was happening but didn't stop it. Caesar ignored multiple warnings about the Ides of March. A soothsayer told him to beware the Ides of March. His wife, Calpurnia, had a nightmare about his murder the night before. He almost didn't go to the Senate that day due to bad omens. Decimus Brutus tricked Caesar into going, telling him the Senate was waiting. The first stab came from Servilius Casca, aiming at Caesar's neck. Caesar tried to fight back but was overwhelmed by the attackers. He was stabbed 23 times, though only one wound was fatal. Some assassins missed their strikes in the chaos. His last words remained debated. He either said it too, Brute, or nothing at all. The conspirators expected to be seen as heroes, but Rome was horrified. Mark Antony, Caesar's loyal ally, rallied the people against the assassins. Brutus and Cassius fled Rome after losing public support. Caesar's adopted son Octavian, later known as Augustus, used his death to claim power. The Roman Republic collapsed soon after, leading to the Roman Empire. Some historians believe Mark Antony knew about the plot, but let it happen. Others suspect Caesar's enemies in the Senate manipulated Brutus and Cassius. The Roman elite may have used the assassins as pawns for their own power. Some of Caesar's bodyguards were missing at the moment of the attack. Even the people of Rome turned against him due to propaganda. The assassination may have been orchestrated by foreign powers fearing Caesar's expansion. Some believe Caesar's epilepsy made him unfit to rule, justifying the coup. Others argue the conspirators acted too soon, as Caesar was planning to retire. The assassination didn't restore the Republic, but led to dictatorship under Augustus. Some suspect the plot was a cover-up for an even bigger political shift. The phrase Ides of March is still used today to warn of betrayal. Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar popularized many myths about the event. The assassination remains one of the most famous betrayals in history. Even today, leaders compare their rivals to Brutus and Cassius. Without Caesar's assassination, the Roman Empire might never have existed. Julius Caesar's death wasn't just a murder, it was a turning point in history. It shattered the illusion of invulnerability, of power as a shield against the sharp knives of treachery. It sent shockwaves through Rome and indeed through history itself, the echoes of which we can still feel today. Was Brutus truly a villain, a man blinded by his own idealism? Or was he a hero, tragically flawed, trying to save the republic he loved from a man he once called friend? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned for more shocking historical events.